Hello Cypress Woods members, I'm Chris Phillips, your head golf professional. Welcome back to another session of Tips from the Pro. Today we're going to talk about a shot that does not get used enough in golf. It's a shot that we're going to use right around the greens to help us get closer to the pin, and that's the bump and run. So the first thing I see when we're around the greens is too many people go and reach for their sand wedge or their lob wedge. The problem with that is the execution has to be exactly perfect. Our contact has to be perfect, where we land the ball on the green has to be perfect, and then we have to judge exactly from that landing spot how much that ball is going to run out. So I want to lose the sand wedge. I want to go to a iron that's going to have a little less loft, the 9, the 8 iron, depending on how you hit the ball and what you do. And I want to try to keep this thing lower to the ground. So again, a bump and run. So the first thing I want to do is talk about setup. Setup's going to be really important. So when we get into this ball, I want to make sure our feet are a little bit closer together. Our weight is going to be slightly forward. Our centerness, our sternum, which you hear me talk about often, is going to be on or just slightly in front of the golf ball. And we are going to choke down on the club for control. So our weight is going to be slightly forward. Our shaft lean is a little bit on our left leg here. And then our motion is going to be completely connected with our upper body and our hands. So when we go back, we're rocking the shoulders and hands. And then when we come through, we're continuing that motion forward. So it's getting us out of this motion of a flippy wrist action or our body position coming out of posture, causing us to chunk it or hit it thin. So again, setup wise, we're going to be a little closer to the ball, a little bit more on top of it. Our weight's going to be slightly left, and our hands are going to be maintain our position just on our left side. So why don't you come back here with me and we'll show you how to do it. All right, now that we got our setup, let's talk about execution. So once we get in our setup position, our feet are going to be a little bit closer together. Our arms are going to be hanging down a little bit lower. I don't want to feel like we're reaching for the golf ball. And remember too, our weight is going to be slightly on our left-hand side, which will put our hands a little bit forward. So from this position, I'm going to feel like I'm rocking my shoulders and my chest back a little bit. My hands are going to stay a little bit lower to the ground. And when I come through, I'm going to maintain that same position going forward. So you can see as I work forward to my left side, my chest and my shoulders are working down my target line, which is maintaining the club face at that target. So when I go back, I want to keep a little bit more width in my arms. I don't want to feel like they're real close, because then I'm going to start flipping and getting my wrist moving too much. So let's give it a shot. I'm only going to look about 2 to 3 feet onto the green, because the club selection is going to allow that ball to run a long way. Okay, let's try it one more time. So again, I'm set up in my left side. I'm feeling like my club is staying lower to the ground, and when I work forward, I'm holding on to that position, allowing the club head to work towards my target. Okay, next time you get out on the golf course, try the bump and run. Your margin of error is going to go way down, and we're going to be able to get that ball a lot closer to the hole. Thank you.